embarrassment, shame. We all experience it. It's inevitable that we'll feel these things throughout our lives. It's safe to say I've experienced my fair share. And you know what? I've realized the way to come to terms with this severe shame is to accept it, to embrace it, and not try to hide it, not try to run from it, not try to pretend like it didn't happen. So, with this in mind, I've decided it might be helpful for me to be open about my past, about the kind of teen I was, about the different phases I had throughout my life. So, I want to take this moment and confront my shame. The kind of things that I did that at the time I thought were the coolest things I could possibly do, but now I look back on and realize I was lamer than Sue Ellen from Arthur. I'm hoping that as I grow and evolve, I will become Buster from Arthur. We can only hope. We can only wish upon a star for such things to happen. But in the meantime, I'm going to confront my shame. I'm going to embrace the severe embarrassment of my past, and I'm going to show you me when I was emo. Okay, well, let's do this. I'm ready. You know, things always start nice enough. In the beginning, I was just a little girl. I changed my outfit every 3 hours. I would wear things like this to the store. You know, obviously I was born a monstrous attention whore. But everything's nice, you know, you're just a little girl full of dreams. And you know, I was a little girl and I had a little diary. This piece is entitled, My Revenge. Sometimes my dad does some pretty mean things. Edit. He was literally the nicest dude ever and never punished me once. Today I got my revenge. Me and Mom hate jazz, and Giselle, my sister, gave Dad a CD called Jazz Around the Clock. So Dad put it on today. Then I came in and turned it off. Dad said, turn it back on. But I didn't. That's sweet. That's a sweet little story about a little girl taking joy away from her father. Innocent enough. Then you start growing up. You start understanding what boobs are. Obviously, you can tell by my pose, I thought I was fuckable in this moment. It's for you to decide if that's true or not. I was wearing my Mary-Kate and Ashley sunglasses that I proudly purchased from a Walmart in Jacksonville, Florida. It was a good time. And then, you know, just like everything, things get fucked up. You know, my parents got divorced, as they do. And so, you know, the slightly shittier things become, the more cringy and distinct your phases become in reaction to the shittiness. So, I would wear pajamas to school all the time. They would say boys are stupid, throw rocks on them. I thought that was the fucking coolest thing that I could fucking do. Fuck you, boys. Fuck you. I'm not gonna play your game. I'm gonna wear baggy ass pajamas all the fucking time and say boys are fucking stupid and I wanna pelt them with stones. I thought that was cool. I thought that was real fucking cool. But that's not so bad. That's not so bad of a phase. You know what I mean? But then as things began to get darker, in reality, as they do for all, my reaction to the darkness, I had to get edgy. I had to get edgy. What did I think edgy was? That's when it happened. That's when this girl was born. The reason why this picture is folded is because the rest of my family is in it. And I know for a fact that they never want to be associated with me in anything I do. So out of respect to them, I'm not going to let them ever be seen beside this emo douche. I'm just going to point out some important details for you. That is, in fact, a distiller shirt. I'm not sure if you can tell right here, but those are, in fact, unicorn mittens that I was wearing inside at a daytime family function. Why? Why? Why, Emilia? Why? Fuck you, emo Emilia. But I won't hide you anymore. So, of course, the classic 14-year-old distiller's emo. It transitions. Everything transitions. The phases must evolve. As they do, things got darker. So, I stopped eating and became a sad anorexic emo. Fun. I thought I had to do this pose so my arms didn't look fat. It doesn't look stupid at all. So, of course, as it happens, the emo has an evolution. As do the diaries. This particular emo journal, full of incredibly shameful emo poems, was written when I was, unbeknownst to me, accidentally in love with my straight best friend. I now look back on every single one of these poems and realize every single one was about my subconscious, undying love for my beautiful straight best friend. Untitled. If I buckled you in, If I held your finger, if I let you touch my salt, if I let you break my wrists, if you stared at me, if I ripped your eyelashes, if you never stepped over me, if I never let you, if you caught it all, if I dropped it, if the string broke, if I did everything I wanted, if barcodes really did fade, if I took off my shoes, if the silhouette was sentimental, if the fireflies did come, if I was there, would you let me? I don't know what I thought I was writing about at the time, but reading it back, it's obvious I wanted to fuck my beautiful straight best friend. Poor little deeply closeted Emilia. So dumb. So very dumb. Here's another one. Be prepared. It's called Hawk. When no one prizes, when everything taken in must hawk out. Dear holder, I'll hate you. I promise I will. I'm no Cohen. I'm no genius. I'm no brilliance. Though holds true the fine line between maestro and madness. Is there a line between alienation and adequacy? Does anyone know when all lines part? When all lines advance? I'll draw yours. One line's between loathing and phobia, aversion and ignorance, fidelity, antagonism. Though we both know I'll never cray on your cracks. We both know you're the scriptural holder. Good laugh, sweetness, take it all in. Yes, I swell in melancholy, you swell in mine. I'm always speaking to you, aren't I? When no one sees, when everyone casts away, that's when I'll get mine, and you'll hold your prize. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. I'm pretty sure that was written to the guy I lost my virginity to, whose name was Box, by the way. I lost my virginity to a man named Box. And you know the funniest part about that terrible poem? That helped get me into writing school. Wasn't all a waste? Wasn't all a waste. That's right. Emo phase created results. Got me into school. And that time spent at university truly was a complete waste of time. Fuck you, emo phase. You did nothing for me. So, I have countless journals full of embarrassing, terrible, shameful poems. Books and books of poems. Poems. You know what I would do? You know what I would do? I would get dressed up in the most extra outfit I could possibly put together. I would go to the lighthouse by the lake, climb on to the base of the lighthouse, bust out a bunch of printer paper, and write poems. Bitch. The fact is, I was born extra. I was born extra. The fact is, we all have phases. We all have shame. We all have embarrassment. We all do cringy things. You know what? I asked my brother the other day. All my siblings are about 20 years older than me because I was an accident. So I asked my brother, when do you stop looking back on yourself and cringing? Like 3 years from now, am I going to look back on myself and cringe? When does that stop? Like maybe when we pass 30, you'll stop being embarrassing. You'll be 35. You look back on yourself at 30 and be like, oh no, I was cool. My brother said, it never stops. He's in his 40s and he says he still looks back to 2 years ago and cringes at himself. Great. That's great. You know, I want to embrace that. I mean, it's not hard for me to imagine that 3 years from now, I'll look back at this outfit and say why. I can be a ridiculous person. I can do some whack things and just completely embrace it in the moment. But that's cool. But that's cool. Even though it's lame, even though it breeds lameness. I think doing what you want in the moment and committing wholeheartedly, putting that glitter to your eyebrows, bleaching your eyebrows off, fuck it. Having a weird turd bun and, you know, wearing a scarf for 7 years and never taking boas off and, you know, not wearing normal clothes and only wearing pieces of fabric folded in half and sewn together. Yes, yes, yes. I know this will all breed a lot of embarrassment for future Emilia. But present Emilia thinks she's fucking cool. So fuck you, future Emilia. You don't know what's up. I don't know what you're wearing. But if it is milder than this look right now, I think you're lame. Shame. Embarrassment. Yes, it's unavoidable. It's part of the human experience. But I do think, truly and genuinely, that this experiment here today, this embrace of my past, of my lameness, has helped free me. I feel at least 5 notches less cool than I did 20 minutes ago, but I feel real. Those lame phases and those lame Emilias still live inside of me. I'm still an emo 14-year-old girl who only listens to the Distillers and wears unicorn mittens inside for some reason. Somewhere inside of me is still that girl who sits on top of a lighthouse writing terrible poems. Somewhere inside of me is still that little girl dressed up like a princess, going to the grocery store and pretending like she's famous. I think this makes me realize that in fact, nothing is cool. Even if you're doing something that you think is cool in the present moment, it's actually lame. You just don't know it yet. So fuck it all. Fuck coolness. Lameness all the way. I embrace my inner Sue Ellen. I am Sue Ellen, and I am Buster, all in one. There is no such thing as cool. There is only lame. And what comforts me is knowing that we are all connected by our lameness. Bye-bye, my fellow lames. Ugh, fuck you, emo Emilia.